Welcome to the Will and Tom Show with me, Will.
And me, Tom. Hello.
Happy
Welcome.
as always.
Indeed. I haven't been until 5 seconds ago, but since we are absolute professionals, we change them the second we hit the record button. And actually, we're trying something new now.
Yeah, this is rather as soon as we started, it feels a bit
It
direct.
feels weird, right?
Yeah.
Because now we actually, for the first time, are looking at each other.
Yeah, normally we have one microphone set up, and I'm planning on buying another one just for myself. Because Tom has his own one, but I don't. And normally we just sit together, sort of next to each other, and then speak into the microphone whenever we want to speak. Yeah. And sometimes look at each other, turn around. And what we did now is put the microphone a bit to the side and just sit opposite of each other. Yeah. But we have to sit quite close.
We have to sit, so my knee is basically touching Will's crotch.
Well, not that much yet, but he's definitely in between.
I'm in between his legs. Oh, damn it! I touched your foot.
You're half like my hand away. This is such a tight, tense situation,
But we're good. We're good. We can handle that.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's
It's
a bromance.
It is. Yeah. So today's episode is about traveling.
Woo! Traveling.
Indeed. Because we like traveling. I think
so many people do. It's what you read everywhere. If people have some sort of social media thing, they always say, I like traveling.
Yeah, but
how many people do actually like traveling?
When does traveling start?
Yeah, for me, very soon.
Is traveling going to work? Or is traveling always going on vacation? Is traveling connected with vacation?
I think for most people it is, yeah. But for me, traveling is... it all depends on the person that's doing it.
Yeah.
You could travel while going to work. You could also travel while sitting at home.
True.
So
we actually we have a couple of things that we thought we could talk about.
Yeah, we have a cheat sheet.
So exactly, we have a cheat, and this time we actually literally have a cheat sheet. A cheat sheet? A cheat sheet, and so we can look at that. But I just realized the problem is now in that new situation. The second you turn your head.
Yeah, but you should just not be talking while you turn ahead. You can.
But I have to look at the cheat sheet. So
I turn my head. You can either do that when.
And the cheat sheet is on the other side.
You can do that.
Are you wanting to say something?
Yeah, you can do that while I'm speaking.
That's true.
Or you can just interrupt yourself, and then talk on.
I can't remember stuff that long, so yeah.
Goldfish.
We had international food. We had one of the typical traveling foods.
With hamburgers.
Burgers, yeah. Because if you find nothing to eat, you go to McDonald's because
I don't. I've sworn that off years ago. If I've nothing to eat, I'd rather I'd rather starve myself a little bit and then go home and get something decent, or find a supermarket, or even just eat.
But I mean, also in foreign countries. If you're in foreign countries and you don't speak the language and you don't...
It's impossible. Why would you go to a country and then not be able to communicate? That doesn't even exist.
It happens.
Had they not had a McDonald's, you would also find food.
Probably.
Yeah. It's laziness and it's convenience. That's why people do it.
It's actually convenience food.
Yeah. I hate it.
It is.
It's disgusting for me. It doesn't make me feel good in my body, so...
No.
I'd rather... I used to, of course. I used to eat it quite a lot.
No.
Well, for me, Burger King, McDonald's is all the same shit.
I like homemade burgers. So we had...
Yeah, of course, but this is entirely
quality
different.
Burgers.
Yeah.
I was meaning to ask, how was your week, darling? That feels weird, saying, how was your week, darling, and looking you in the eyes, and while your feet and your
touching your feet.
Yeah, and you're kind of...
Yeah, I can't move without
clenching
to my... It's sort of Fiat 500 territory.
Yeah.
But the old one, not the new one.
Yeah.
Anyway, how's my week? Yeah, it was kind of uneventful until I was in the train.
That's so... Is it weird if I don't look at you now while you're talking? If you just do something...
No, that's fine. I mean, you can also look past you. I mean, I don't care. Anyway, I was in the train, and there were some Japanese people in there. So... Yeah, that was interesting. With two Japanese guys, and at a certain moment I started talking to them, and one was from
Japan?
Yeah, definitely, both of them. But no, one guy was from a city that I'd never heard of. And he said it was the same size as Yamaha, or Yokohama, I'm sorry.
Yamaha.
Yokohama, which is... I was confused because there was a Yamaha piano standing right where I'm looking at. So,
and it's white and shiny.
Yeah.
Well, it is.
Racist. I don't know. No, the thing is that it was quite interesting. The other guy was from Tokyo, was a bit older, but they were on business trip, and staying here for a short while. They asked if I had some good places where they could eat, if I knew some good places.
So you just had there's a McDonald's.
Well, the first thing that I asked was whether or not they wanted Japanese food.
They
So,
asked.
I asked if they
Oh,
wanted
right,
something Japanese, because if people ask me, can you recommend something good, I can recommend something, but maybe they don't like it.
Yeah, maybe they want to eat dogs and chicken feet.
That's China.
Oh,
Also, dogs are
all the
very,
same.
yeah.
Everything with what's the eyes?
What's the eyes?
Yeah, they have the slitty eyes. Can you say that?
I don't know what you're trying to say.
The Chinese, because they look like that. Or you can't see that.
This is really horrible. This is really horrible.
Because we say in German you can say Schlitzaugen.
Yeah,
But you shouldn't say that Schlitzis. That's actually very...
This is really racist now.
Well, if you talk about traveling, you also have to talk about racism.
Do you?
Yeah, because racism...
I don't see how the two are intertwined.
Why? Everywhere you go, you find racism, and usually you can...
Yeah, but everywhere you go, you find
everywhere
poo as
you
well.
go,
Or rain.
You always take
Rain is
the
not definitely
weather
true,
with you. Everywhere. Yeah, but for example...
So do we have to talk about poo now?
About poo?
About noses or about hair, or because you find it everywhere where you travel to as well?
Now what I meant is, for example, if you go to Mallorca...
Well,
right?
to be honest, in all my travels, I've barely encountered any racism.
But yeah... No, actually, racism is maybe the wrong word, but you have stereotypes.
Stereotypes.
You know what? Let's leave stereotypes out of here, and let's have the next episode for next week.
About stereotypes.
Be about stereotypes. Yeah, that's a good idea.
One.
Okay, I just quickly write that down. That we do the.
So as I was saying, the Japanese guys, they were asking me for food. So I recommended them a Swabian restaurant because they wanted to have some local food. So, Jesus Christ, how long are you writing? Just write stereotypes. You've written it down now 4 times. He's just writing stereotypes over and over again. Jesus Christ. So the Japanese people, it was quite cool to see. I mean, we talked a bit about their culture and stuff, and
about dogs eating dogs.
No, we didn't talk about eating dogs. But of course, they have a very isolated culture, right?
But all I know about Japanese culture is that they have sumo wrestling is Japanese, right?
Yeah.
They do bondage.
Bondage?
Yeah.
What do you mean bondage?
They tie each other up and then like that.
What is it? Yeah, there is a
bondage.
There is a Japanese rope tying.
Exactly.
Culture, yeah.
That's probably called bondage.
It's part of the bondage.
Yeah.
Thing,
And
but I mean, bondage is also a Western thing that has nothing to say.
No, it's from Japan. Yeah.
Okay.
And they buy used panties from vending machines.
Probably.
They have hotels where everyone is sleeping in little compartments in a drawer, basically.
Capsule hotel, yeah.
Mm-hmm. They love pubic hair.
I guess so.
But that's stereotypes. We should do that next week.
That's really definitely stereotypes.
If you want to hear more about my stereotypes about Japanese people and all the people in the world, tune in next week. It's going to be racism free. Not.
So anyway, there was a very, very cool
sorry.
talk because it was just very, very nice.
Yeah.
I mean, to encounter Japanese people and just have a talk with them is just nice, I think. I like that, encountering people.
Do they speak our language, like English?
They do. I spoke English with them, of course, and it was sometimes quite hard to understand them.
Yeah. Because they have that thing with their teeth, right?
Thing with the teeth?
Yeah, they do that thing with their teeth.
I don't know. Please specify.
Where they can't move their teeth.
I can't move my teeth either.
No, that they speak and they don't.
You mean they clench their teeth? No,
properly.
they actually, Japanese people do a lot because a lot of their language is like wara 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 wara. They open their mouth a lot, but the problem is that for example, they can't say the R like we can and the L.
Oh, I remember that from Asterix and Obelix. They had a black guy and he was Asian. It was an Asian black guy because he couldn't pronounce the R's.
For the entire afternoon, I've been rather tired and a bit weird about it because when I get tired, I get just very weird. And Tom was just being very
annoyed.
Well, he was a bit cross about it, but the funny thing is that as soon as we start recording, he becomes this weird type of man that I haven't seen before, where he becomes all those racist things.
Yeah, but that's because I'm a professional.
So you become racist on air.
I do that in my professional role.
But not in your private life.
In your
private life, you're an accepting and warm human being.
Yeah.
But as a role model, you try to be balanced and therefore racist.
Racist, exactly. Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Because you think that it should just be, it should exist in the
world.
I
have that side in me.
It's a good dose of racism. And
I have to let it out. Otherwise,
you have that racist side?
Yeah.
Wow.
Everyone is racist.
I disagree on that.
Do you prefer women with blonde or with black hair or with brown hair?
That's not racist. Racism.
That is racist.
No. Racism is treating them.
Hello.
Okay, well, they're going to come to get me. No, but racism is treating someone different.
That's the ambulance.
It wasn't. The racism is treating someone different because of their race,
But if you don't fuck the girl with the white hair or the blonde hair, then you're treating her differently because of her race.
No,
because of her hair.
It can be because it's not personally attractive to me.
But I can also treat a black man badly because I don't like his personality.
But
it's still racism.
No, that's not racism. Racism would be if you don't know the man.
Try to explain that to the black man.
Well, that's indeed difficult.
And we actually have a black man here.
From America only think that only white people can be racist, which is also weird. This is going absolutely nowhere. You make it impossible for me to be funny because you're just mucking about and crafting.
Wow.
Which gives me the need to have a bit of a balance because you're such a thin ice.
It's like
this is not funny. This
good
is
guy, bad guy. No, good cop, bad cop.
This is more like racist and guy going, please get me out of here.
But we are on air and we are artistic personnel, so we can do everything.
Yeah, in a certain way, but it needs to be,
There's a guy in Germany, an artist. I forgot his name. Jonathan something.
Doesn't matter.
Schmese.
Just say something.
Mese. I think actually Jonathan Mese is his name. And he went around and did the Hitler salute.
Okay.
And he was, it's a crime. You're not allowed to do that.
In Germany.
In Germany, you're not allowed to do that, yeah. But if you're in England, feel free to do that. In the Netherlands, I think that's okay, right?
No, it's not.
It's not?
No.
It's,
Nazi salute is...
Okay, so don't. Top tip, don't. But he said I was doing it as an artistic performance. Yeah. So when he... he was sued, obviously, and he should, I think, pay a fine or something or do some social hours, whatever. Mm-hmm. And he said, no, I'm an artist, I'm allowed to do that. And the court said, yeah, that's true. You can do that.
Yeah.
So since we are artists and we have
it needs to be an obvious thing about it.
Seriously, what we're doing is art.
Yeah, that's true. But what we are actually trying to do is having a cool conversation.
I'm not really being racist.
And having funny jokes. And this is just really not going anywhere. So not for the sake of not being racist, but for the sake of getting a good episode. Maybe we should just...
Yeah, but who gives a fuck?
Next topic.
So,
how was your week, darling?
Well, actually...
I tried to get my Japanese story in there, right? Did you have some more questions about the thing? Because we were talking about it earlier and you said, no, you should leave it for later.
Yeah, no, can't be bothered.
It's the last episode all over again.
The last episode was that the hour one? No,
it was a boredom one.
Oh, right.
That's why I don't remember it. Because
was it boring?
I don't think so. No, I think
I didn't listen back to it.
Me neither, but we got good comments on it. People actually wrote.
Who? Where?
Some guys. Yeah.
Oh, that's one of the things he always tells me that they like it and they wrote me something. I never see these things
because I write on the page. I interact. I
did as well.
Social media.
You said the thing. You probably didn't even see that I commented on your comment.
Which comment?
The last thing you did about what should this episode be about?
When did you comment?
Like yesterday.
Yeah, one day before we start recording.
Well, you wrote that yesterday, right? What should the next episode be about? And I think 2 hours later. No, it was actually this morning. I got out of bed.
Of course I don't check.
What are you doing the entire day?
I've been out the entire day, you know.
Check your phone. You've been in the train talking to Japanese people. You could have checked your phone.
And then I went to an open house.
But we don't get notifications. And since we both own the page, that's a bit weird. Yeah. So actually my story today is not a story from this week or this month or this year. It's actually old. It's kind of funny.
Old?
It is very old.
When I was young.
When I
used to be all orange.
Actually, that was before I went to the gymnasium. So fourth grader, I was. That
doesn't help people if you say fourth grader because fourth grade is different in every.
So I was 9, 8, 9, something like that.
9 is the same everywhere.
It depends.
True. If you're in the Asian countries, your birthday is on New Year's.
Also, if it's Central Pacific or Eastern Time, very different.
No, because the 9 is still the same.
Yeah. So I had to go with my mum to he wasn't the headmaster, second in command, you could say, of my new school, the gymnasium I would then go to after the summer, to have a little talk, say who I am and why I would go there, and because I was so intelligent, I wanted to do only 8 years of gymnasium instead of 9 back then.
Right.
And so we sat there and talked to the second in command, and while I was sitting there, because you're still quite young, I lost one of my teeth. Just fell out. Because that's what happens to your first set of teeth. Exactly. So my big tooth, one of the back ones, just fell out, and I didn't know what to do.
But you had it in your mouth still? I
still had it in my mouth, and I didn't dare to spit it out, so I just sat there, and I had it in my mouth all the time. And a tooth is quite big.
Yeah, it's quite. It feels weird. I think.
And so every time he asked me something, I would talk like that. Because I still had the tooth in my mouth. My mum was constantly, with her elbow going, what are you doing? Speak properly. And I would like very much to go to that school. And I think it was very cool.
But you spoke English already.
I know, I said that in German. And I would like to go to the school. And I think that 8 years made them very good. And then my mum said, what the hell's wrong with you? Why? And then just went spit out the tooth. Well, I lost the tooth. It's there. And the headmaster, chief, second in command, came back and it just laughed his butt off. That was brilliant.
Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah.
I totally forgot about this story. But since in my school now, the fourth graders are now coming to our school and saying hello, and I want to go to your school. I remember that. It came back to my mind, popped back in my head.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was that.
So often you can just solve these things by just being completely honest immediately.
Yeah, but I didn't dare to. That was just something I didn't want to spit that thing in my hand. So just
we had the same thing today. We there was an open house at Tom's school where he works, and they had a lot of very, very cool stuff standing there when it comes to food.
Yeah.
But it was this open house where you go into different classrooms, and every classroom has its own subject. So there's a different teacher there and different stuff prepared. But for example, there was a language classroom where they had delicious, different intercultural foods.
Yeah. And it was Spanish.
Spanish. Okay, I didn't know if I could say that.
Sure.
Might get too specific.
Now you all know to which school I'm going because you can learn Spanish there.
Is that one of the only ones?
No.
Oh, okay. Anyway, so the thing is that no one took any.
No.
Because you don't dare to. And we had the same problem.
Yeah.
I was there as a guest of an aspiring teacher. So that's also a bit, coming there for the free food. And it's really weird because I think it's even ruder not to take any.
Yeah. Weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Humans.
Yeah.
So but we wrote down some points. Because I thought,
the first thing is traveling inwards and outwards.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Well, I always when people say, "Do you like traveling?" I don't always reply with, but that's something that is very important for me because for me, traveling inwards is as important as traveling outwards.
What do you mean by inwards?
I meditate.
Oh, like that.
And that is honestly like traveling. I see worlds.
Have you seen that movie where they shrink the ship and send it into the body to operate on someone?
I know the thing, but I don't know.
Because that's traveling inwards.
Also, yeah, sure. But then again, having sex then technically is also... It's a small part of you, at least.
It is traveling, indeed. Yeah.
And definitely inwards.
Hopefully.
I just don't see how. Otherwise.
Well, if you're a man.
Or you can, go through. If you're very sharp.
Or you can be in for a short time and then go someplace else.
Also possible, yeah.
Which
belongs to traveling.
Sure.
Very much.
You travel from the mouth to...
What different stops?
The sink.
We have to...
Tissue.
So no, my inwards and outwards things, That's, I don't know people that travel via paintings. They just look at paintings and
I just had that literally in my head that they travel via paintings. So they just
walk on a painting.
Yeah,
into the next.
Like these little games you play that you're not allowed to touch the floor because it's lava or something like that. And you say,
You're only allowed to touch the painting.
Yeah, I have a Monet and a Picasso and
wheels onto the paintings and then you use it as a skateboard.
You said onto the paintings and made that nipple clip movement to yourself.
No, not nipple clip. I was actually thinking about attaching wheels to the bottom of a painting. I was rhyming that.
Yeah.
Did you immediately go to nipple clips? It's quite interesting. So, no, but I meant the traveling thing. Some minds are quite susceptible. Mine is for example very susceptible.
That's one of these made up words again, like anaphapon and
susceptible. Like ampersand. You've never heard of susceptible?
So what?
Susceptible.
When do you spell that?
SUSCE.
No.
I'm getting in trouble there.
Yeah, it's because it's made up.
No.
Yeah, it is.
No, it isn't.
It's like the
English teacher. Ampersand. Yeah. Anyway, it means that you're very easily persuaded by things. You're very easily influenced.
By the Persuaders.
Yeah, Persuaders as well. I have no clue what Persuaders are. No, but what I meant to say was that you can do this at home if you like. There is a trick. I mean, Tom is going to do it right now. Where you just close your eyes and you listen to my voice. And you have to really do it. Do it. Honestly,
He's kicking me.
Do it.
Okay.
Do it. Close your eyes. Yeah. Put out your hands in front of each other.
Oh, and this is going to end badly.
The best thing is if you stand up.
Are you going to spike in my hands again?
No,
I can't.
Please just do it. Try.
My cable.
At home, try this as well. I haven't done it any time with people. I have tried it myself.
Not long enough. I'm running on
me,
batteries. And my cable is not long enough.
I have to try it myself. But just listen to my voice. Stand up.
Oh Jesus!
Hold out your hands in front of you. Just straight, both of them. No, just palms down. Stretch out your arms completely.
I can't do that here.
I have to go.
That's doch again. The one where that foreign people.
Just look at that side. Oh, this is also fine.
I'm standing behind.
Yeah, they can hear that.
I'm standing behind the microphone.
They can hear that. That's no problem.
Hello, ladies.
You just need to listen to me. Stand up straight.
People can see us. We have a glass.
This is okay.
We should get some walls.
Just trust me.
I don't. That's the problem.
Stretch out your arms, palms down. At home as well. No, stretch out your arms. This is really like you're sitting.
They don't see it. It doesn't matter.
But you need to do it.
I could be sitting there having the best time of my life, but you insist on
yes, of course,
that no one can see.
It's what you experience exactly. And at home, you're doing it as well. Close your eyes. Now imagine that your right hand is tied to some very, very light helium.
What has that to do with traveling?
Because I wanted to show you how susceptible your mind is.
Yeah, but that's the same thing with imagine that in your right hand. You have cigarettes and then your right hand is going down because it's bad for you. And your left hand, you have an apple and your left hand is going up because it's good for you. And then people spunk in your eye.
Why would that work that it's good for you and bad for you?
That actually works.
Really?
Yeah, so go on, knock yourself out.
Well, this is that your right hand is tied to helium balloons. It's very, very light. And then your left hand is tied to a very, very heavy pile of books. And then you just start imagining it. Imagine the helium balloons going up with a rope tied to your arm. And then your left hand feels heavier because of all the books weighing you down.
Could you please do the other way around? Because I'm a German, I'm not allowed to do that.
Well, it's already starting to work with Tom, so I think at home...
I'm fighting it because I'm not allowed to put my right arm up.
The fact is, if you're already fighting it, it means that you're for example, susceptible. It's okay, you can stop now. I mean, it works.
It happens.
Yeah. No, but there are people that it actually doesn't work with.
Yeah, no, I'm very easy to manipulate. So now actually I've done it, I made but it's artistic, so Jesus. This is I have to
Had you gone with it immediately, it would have been long done by now.
No,
he has to create a scene.
I have to park my leg between your legs again.
Nah.
Spread it wide, baby. Okay. Bucket list. Why? I was actually seriously wondering, why is it called Bucket? Was the man called Francis Bucket?
Yeah, that's actually it.
Francis?
Jonathan Bucket, but yeah. No, you know the expression kicking the bucket?
Yes.
Well, that's things to do before you kick the bucket list.
Dang it, I kicked the bucket yesterday, so I should...
You're dead now.
Yeah.
So, but I wrote down bucket list because is there a place that you still want to go before you die?
Well, there's a lot of places.
No, what I mean is there's something that you really think like this, had I had a lot of money, that's something that I would go to immediately.
My dad has that thing with the Easter Islands.
That's something I don't understand at all.
But for him it's just, that my parents have these stone heads in their garden. Well, the smaller ones, not the...
Yeah.
And he likes them a lot, and he always says one day I want to go where they come from.
But you don't know that if you go to the Eastern Islands.
What?
What do you mean where they come from?
Where the heads come from, you know, these famous stone heads from the Easter Islands.
Moai,
Exactly, yeah. And he wants to see where they come from, and if they actually, because there's also a Donald Duck comic where they go there, and if it actually looks like people always say it looks like that's just these huge statues standing there next to the
huge
sea.
heads.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they don't have any trees there anymore.
No.
It's extremely windy. The whole island is
Yeah.
corroding. So you can't set foot on it anymore because it's just really bad for the island. They still allow it sometimes, but it's...
You can go on a cruise there, but you
Yeah.
travel 7 days to and 7 days back.
Yeah.
These are not, because there's nothing there.
No.
But that's one of these things where it just says, I want to go there.
Funny.
For no real reason apart from the fact of being able to say I was there.
I have the same thing like that.
What is you?
Antarctica.
What is you? Antarctica.
It's one of these places that I would just love to have set foot on.
No. I don't know, for me, I always need a good combination between nature and people. Because I think that anything without culture, so without buildings, without man-made stuff, for me, if it's longer than just a couple of days, it's getting very, very boring.
Okay.
I need civilization. I need...
Racism.
Guns, and black people selling drugs. I need that. So if that's not given, I don't know, I probably would be bored quite quickly.
So you can just stay in Germany then?
No.
For your guns and drugs?
I don't get drugs from black people here.
It's just a joke.
Usually here it's the Turks. So now, I don't know. There's just one place where I want to go. Ooh, Jesus.
I would go to Japan. It's seriously one of these places that I still would like to visit for a longer time.
India.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
But for rather personal reasons. Because I did my...
This is becoming interesting.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, I did my final thesis
wow.
from my studies.
Who is it again?
Rabindranath Tagore,
Yeah.
the famous, in India, really famous poet and scientist and politician, writer, philosopher, everything. And he's also the author of the national anthem of India and Pakistan, I think. And he writes, or he wrote, he doesn't live anymore, so he lived the turn of the century, last century. And he writes these brilliant books about Indian society, and I would love to see that. I probably wouldn't go to the big cities like Mumbai or something, or maybe for a couple of days, because I think it's just crazy.
Yeah,
but rural India and the smaller cities, I mean, there's still probably a couple of 100,000 people living there.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. India for me is such a thing that seems so backwards in a lot of ways. For example, a lot of people
have
this
brilliant universities.
Well, I can get that, but
Bangalore, for example, one of the best universities of the world.
Yeah. For me, the whole religion is a question there that I couldn't get along with, I think.
Well, you don't have to. I mean, as a tourist,
that's true. But
as a white man, you seriously, they treat you like.
I know that would be difficult for me.
But being treated well?
No, but knowing that there is such a huge difference, there's such a huge inequality living there, and seeing that people actually use a caste system basically to just how do you say that? They just justify the way that they're mistreating people by just saying, in a last
and they have very weird rules. Yeah. I mean, you can go to the eastern parts; they're mostly Christians, so you wouldn't have a problem there with.
And the complete west is a lot of Muslims as well, right?
Yeah.
It's a huge country. Yeah. Well, Tibet or something, I would definitely go to, or Nepal.
I know that's the kind of stereotypical things.
Why?
Because a lot of people, I don't know, at least in my family, my friends, a lot of people say, I have to go there. I've already been to Tibet and Nepal.
Yeah, but then there's very commercial things, and I get that. I get that you want to go there, but should I go there? I think I would like to walk there, you know.
Yeah, they also did that. They did hiking tours and
hiking tours. Yeah.
Yeah,
I know.
I don't know.
But it's very often it's the same with India, where people just go for the elephant ride and the.
Yeah, but I wouldn't do that. That's definitely because I think actually with if I talk to my old professor, probably he could arrange something that I meet someone down there and
that would be cool.
I think that could work. Yeah, maybe one day we'll see. That's definitely something I want to do. India is
bring back
much
a baby
more
elephant.
than or a baby
elephant,
like in The Simpsons. No, actually, I think that Patty and Selma they adopt a. Oh no, she's Chinese and not Indian. Potato. All Asians. No, I think, but yeah. What I would like to do with the entire eastern parts of Asia, in China, Japan, also the Philippines and so on. Seriously, one of the biggest dreams. So when we come to bucket list, that's definitely something that's at the very, very, very top. But it's not really going to one place. What I would like to do one day, is do a world cruise.
World cruise is in on the ship.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They're usually 130 years,
Yeah.
something like that. So
That's
half
the
a year.
average, people.
Yeah,
So.
yeah.
There was just one guy who honestly turned 3,000 on the cruise, and the rest is just average, like 80.
And I think they start at 13,000 euros or something like that.
Euros.
Yeah.
I just thought we were still talking about years.
No, 30,000 euros. So that's
30?
13.
Okay.
So yeah, that's 2 months of working. That's fine.
And not eating, paying electricity.
No, that's covered. Yeah. Yeah, it should be okay.
I don't know. The Northern Lights is also something I would like to see.
That's included in the cruise.
Really?
Yeah, they go everywhere. Literally.
How can they guarantee the Northern Lights?
Because they time it. But it depends on the season you're traveling.
Yeah, end of March is the best
But then
time
take one
for-
where they time that you're there.
Well,
at
then you
night.
still need to stay there for a week.
Yeah, but if you usually go
they
up,
they can go over the water, of course, so they can just stay there for a longer time. They can still.
They go over the water.
Yeah.
That's how ships work. They go.
No, but I mean,
over
that's the
the
difference.
water?
We have to stay on land, so we stay in.
Yeah, sure.
like-
You can basically follow them if you want.
Yeah, and they can indeed just move about. Even
Yeah.
if they don't see something a day,
Yeah.
they don't have to keep still.
Yeah.
We would have to spend 5 days in the same.
Yeah, sure. No, they're on the move
It's a
all the
huge
time,
difference.
and you usually do like Norway up and then over to Greenland, Iceland, Greenland,
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Canada, all the way down to South America, up again. It's brilliant.
Yeah. You get to know some people there, I guess.
Yeah. And just being on the ship for such a long time.
How long exactly is it?
I think the shortest one, I don't have no internet, I can't check.
No, it's fine.
But I think it's 3 to 4 months, something like that, are the shorter ones, and then 5-6 months are the regular ones, like 126 days or something like that.
Well, it's still doable. I expected it to be longer, to be honest.
Yeah, no, ships nowadays are quite quick. I mean, the thing is that you stop
Speedboat around the world.
hovercraft.
Did you see the little light?
But the thing is, the problem is then that obviously you have like 12 hours in Japan, 12 hours in another city in Japan, 8 hours in China, 8 hours in China, 6 hours in China. It's just looking at stuff and then leaving again. But on the other hand, if you just want to get an overview of what the world has to offer, that is brilliant. So that is something where I say I don't want to do it too late in my life.
Yeah.
And if everything works out the way I plan it, I don't really plan anything. But if, with my job and everything so on, I can actually do a sabbatical. So that would work. I could say that 1 year, I say, okay, I take a year off.
Cool.
Travel half a year, and half a year do something completely different, write a book or something.
Wank.
I don't need a sabbatical for that. I could do that right now. Since no one's listening, I could just...
Well, since that's the important thing, that no one is listening. The fact that I'm sitting here, that's really,
We've crossed that line.
No, we haven't.
Oh, come on.
We have not crossed that line.
He's lying.
So
that was just my...
This is one of these scientific episodes, I have a feeling.
Scientific?
Wow, we should get some food before we,
You're talking about food. We had 3 burgers.
We should get some Kit Kat now. Do you want some? I'm going to get some.
Yeah.
Because we had new ones.
Leave your headphones here.
Yeah,
Do you bring the new ones? The caramel
Do you have
ones?
other ones?
Yeah, I bought the
The
white chocolate, but you don't like white chocolate, right? So yeah. No, seriously. So if you, again, want to spend money, send us an email at TheWillandTomShow@hotmail.com. Write us on Facebook, facebook.com/TheWillandTomShow. Follow us on Twitter @WillandTomShow. And we're also on Tumblr and Snapchat and... what's that thing called where you say yes or no to banging women? Yatsu, something. What are you? They're next to the stove. They're not in a cupboard. Then maybe they're on the table. Oh, this is terrible. I'm so sorry. Are they on the table behind you? On the left, maybe? I'm so sorry. They're not on the table behind him. He doesn't find the Kit Kats. Are they still in the bag? No, I took them. Yeah, so, yeah. This is actually happening. He found them. Hooray! Hooray! He found them.
They were laying below the table somewhere. Hidden away.
Oh.
So, what else is on the cheat sheet?
No one can hear you.
Of course they can.
Now they can.
What else is on the cheat sheet?
Mode of transport. Yeah, we covered
Mode
that.
of transport. Did you?
No.
Oh, that was...
Favorite mode of transport.
Well, no, I was thinking flying for me... Is that annoying?
Yes.
Flying for me is the most annoying thing, actually. I think it's...
Flying?
I think it's a very nice thing because it's...
ladies and gentlemen, his worst annoying thing is flying.
No, it's quick. That's the nice thing about it.
Why do pilots always speak that weirdly? They always have that... hello, my name is Chris. I'm your captain for this flight, and there was
maybe it's because they're bored, because they've done it for the time.
Temperature in San Francisco is 79.
Maybe it's because they sound casual, and that makes us feel comfortable.
I think we'll have that. I don't know.
Maybe it's because the stewardess's mouth is wrapped around their joystick.
That can happen. Yeah, true.
So
they still have to check all the flaps. Sometimes I have good jokes. It happens, but yeah.
Left wing check. Right wing check.
Right wing is
just seat buckled. Then go for the please set up your tables upright. Your seat upright. Stow away your bags and the overhead compartments.
The compartments.
I like the train.
I like the train. You like the train?
You can read in it. You can look outside. You can talk to people. By car, for example, there's always one guy driving or one woman driving or one person driving, and it makes it a bit difficult. So yeah.
So it should be crunchy and creamy.
What I like these developments.
Does it have two different sides?
It's beautiful. It tastes good. What I like about digital world nowadays, I don't mind gaming or anything, but the fact that they're now going into this whole Oculus Rift territory where you can even go virtually, that might make it so cool to visit new worlds. Can you imagine in a few years we might be able to go to Mars just by being in our living room, What do you mean?
One is with creamy caramel and the other one is with crunchy.
What?
Yeah, you have to unwrap it completely.
No, I don't want to.
Jeez, I can't eat that now.
No problem there.
I don't... Yeah. You can work on a train, do stuff, that's right. You can walk about, which I like.
Mm-hmm, true, yeah.
Because sitting in a car, you're sitting in a car. Mm-hmm. In a plane, sitting in a plane, you're sitting in a plane. There's not much to walk about.
Mm-hmm.
To do the walkabout. Brilliant song by the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Mm.
But I like the flexibility of a car. If you see something, you say, oh, that looks brilliant, we should stop, and you just stop.
Yeah, that's true.
If you feel like, oh, you're in Italy, and you feel, oh, I should have 60 kilos of pasta, you buy 60 kilos of pasta and just put it in your car.
Mm-hmm.
And there's, damn it, we only have 36 kilos per person. We have to weigh our suitcases again before we go to the airport. Mm-hmm. And then they have no weighing machines, so it's too much and you have to pay. And then they don't accept your credit card because it's from Germany. That's annoying.
Oh.
That's why I like the car. But my favorite transportation, number one of all times, is a boat. Yeah. A cruise ship. I know people don't like it. They say it's too crowded. They say it's polluting the air.
Transportation.
It is. It brings you from A to B. And to C and D and E and F, actually. And the brilliant thing is, you're going to different places every day, and your hotel, that's usually brilliantly run and kept tidy and clean, and the food is good. The food is good. It travels with you. So, for example, then you go to India,
very true, yeah.
right? You go to India, and for me, the problem is always...
Food.
No. Oh. Sleeping.
Yeah?
I need to have a clean bed. I need to have a clean bathroom. I need to have a comfy bed. If that's rubbish, I'm rubbish. I'm a very cranky sleeper when it comes to that. And with cruise ships, you just know it has a certain standard. Yeah. You can go to India or Pakistan or Turkey, where there's really no standard at all.
Or Turkey.
And people... I was making a joke, I was... No, man, I was making a joke.
What is that voice? What is that... Jeez.
We should talk about that in our episode next week.
Oh yeah, against stereotypes.
Stereotypes.
Keep on forgetting. That's very...
Yeah, so...
No, but that's absolutely true.
I'm not finished.
I've never been on a cruise.
Oh, right.
But you have quite some time.
I have quite a bit, yeah. I think I've been on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5.
And they're not that expensive, are they?
Well, it depends when you're going. When I went in December, it was 200 euros per person for a week.
Oh.
That's freaking cheap.
Yeah, if you have it. Yeah.
200 euros for 1 week of vacation.
Yeah.
Food included.
Yeah.
You don't get it in a hotel.
Food included.
Of course, food is always included.
Well, that's very cheap.
That's high.
And you have a swimming pool and everything.
Everything.
That's brilliant.
You can go.
I would like to do that once, just because of the just.
Do it. They have it still every year in December. Just look for cruises in December. Mediterranean, Costa Crociere, Costa Cruises.
Yeah.
200, 250 tops. Always something there. So there's a top tip for you out there, people who are not. I probably know that I have to wait until we have school holidays. And then obviously the prices are going up again. But if you don't have to do that, seriously, go on a cruise in December.
Well, you can be ill for a week.
No.
That's allowed?
No. I need a medical for that.
You need a doctor's note?
Yeah.
Wow.
Everyone needs that.
In Germany?
Every employee, if you're longer ill, I think 3 weeks, tops.
Yeah, that's true.
Longer than 3 weeks, you always need to see a doctor and he has to write you now.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That seems true.
And it looks a bit weird if that note is coming from a doctor on a cruise ship.
Really
Mr. can't come to the boat, to the holidays because he is on a boat.
I met someone today. Well, I didn't meet him personally, but I saw him it was only a few feet away from me. You know what his name was?
No.
Dr. Christ.
Brilliant.
I've seen a guy called Dr. Christ.
That's awesome.
His name is Dr. Christ.
Where
what
was
are
that?
you writing down?
Where was that?
Where that was?
Yeah.
I can't tell you.
That's brilliant.
What does it say?
You don't have to read that.
1, 2, 3, 3, beep?
Well,
What does that mean?
because I said my name.
I?
No, I said my name.
You did?
Yes.
Why?
So we have to beep that.
So at that time, people would just hear a beep.
Yeah. They will hear Mr. and then there will be a beep.
I didn't even...
Yeah, because I said Mr. Ma.
So if I now say it again...
then there will be another beep.
It's brilliant. We can play that game, actually.
Oh,
See if we miss it somewhere.
Oh, Jesus,
So
we
just
won't.
spread your name
I
somewhere.
would take good care of that.
So now people also know that Tom is not your name.
Wow, yeah. Makes sense, right?
Why?
Because we're called twats.
Yeah, but it could still be that.
Yeah, it could just be
coincidentally
coincidence.
Oh, what is so weird about Will and Tom?
Well, my real name is Thomas, so the difference is not that much, right?
What?
My real name is Thomas, so from Thomas to Tom, it's not that much.
No, true, yeah.
No.
But now you have to bleep it again.
No, first name is okay.
Oh, you said your last name?
What is my last name?
Jesus.
Yeah.
Dr. Christ. Dr. Christ. Right? Dr. Christ. I still find it hilarious.
No
And he looked like he looked like a Saab driver.
What does that mean?
What do you mean, what does it mean? Have you ever seen a Saab driver?
No.
The guy wore a black pullover with such a turtleneck. And he has glasses without any frame, except for completely on the side. You know the what do you call it?
No.
The legs. Yeah, in Dutch you say legs.
The bars.
Yeah, the side of the glasses. They were.
We have a time issue.
Really? What time is it?
Way over time.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
We have like 40 minutes now.
Okay, that's no problem.
Well,
Except for that, we weren't funny yet.
we actually were.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So,
Favorite destination?
we did that.
That's sort of right.
We did everything.
Yeah, I discussed the digital traveling quickly as well.
Yeah, very good.
You don't think so?
So, will you wrap it up? Put a tie on it? No, not again. No, I'll wrap it up. So, thank you for
I
listening.
just want to say rap.
Oh, you remember what it is last time?
What?
Oh, fuck off. So,
Find it
oh,
on
Jesus.
Facebook.
Go away. Yeah, I did that already.
On Facebook,
Yeah. So next week we'll be talking about stereotypes.
Stereotypes.
So I'm looking forward to that.
Get off my lawn.
Okay. Like get off your mom or get off.
Get off my lawn.
Oh,
Like old people, you know. They
I
always
understood
say,
get off my mom. I thought
Yeah, but you have such an obsession with your mum.
you have an obsession with your mom.
No, I have an obsession with your mum.
Oh, but
No, I don't. I have an obsession with someone else's mum. Actually, that mum has an obsession with me.
Ooh.
She pays me.
Ooh.
There's nothing who about it. It's just business transaction.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
So thank you and see you next week. Bye bye. Say bye. Come on, be a good boy. Say bye.
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 Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.